ladies and gentlemen, you just witnessed history.
How about that?
Yeah, it should be clear. I didn't have it that high up. No, let's push it in forward, I guess. Because you're. Oh yeah, that spool's grabbing.
There's a part that says park, but you had it in third, so I don't know if park is gone in it, that you had it in gear.
We'll only start in neutral.
Just that motor is just beautiful. The stacks need to be like this big, but it's still cool as hell. It needs a lot of love, but it can be awesome. Do you have to prime it with the squirt bottle? Really?
No, we didn't.
Fires it right up, huh?
Yeah, it takes a little bit for it to pull it off.
I don't see no water or
Well, that's
anything
what I was
crazy.
looking to see if there's just water.
Oh, he said
pooled
too,
up.
like in here, that water gets down by the plugs and then shorts the plug out.
Oh, sweet.
So you got approved plugs to pump it, but it doesn't look wet.
I don't see no. Man, these are the easiest spark plugs in the world.
Oh yeah. The good thing is when you're building headers, you don't have to worry about getting to the spark plugs.
Right.
I mean, hopefully you don't. Anyway.
Well, depending on how we route them. Everybody's coming out the hood these days, so maybe we will do like a up and over. Maybe we could do reverse flow, put all this on the side and exhaust out the center.
Oh, I got you a cylinder head. We're gonna go pick it up at 11 today.
You just need a squirt bottle of gas. Throw some lacquer thinner down it. I smell it.
And the oil pressure. Oh, I didn't do ignition. I was
Oh, I
trying to
smell
get.
gas though when you were. Push the throttle open. I forget I could do it out here.
Oh,
The fuel shut off on it?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how you kill it.
Right.
Shut the fuel off. Alright. Fire it up.
It didn't build oil pressure. Where's the oil? They don't have a. It's just a wet sump, right?
Yeah.
Look at that crazy.
Is it in gear?
You see the steer?
I
The
did.
crazy steering.
Yes, I did.
Pop, pop, pop.
A few moments later.
I am putting pieces of the Durango back together so I don't lose them before we
right,
tear the whole
guys.
thing apart.
Gotta
And
change of plans. Bobby,
I'll stop what I'm doing.
Aiden. I just talked to Cleetus.
In there?
Yeah, he called.
He's in there?
Yep.
Oh.
So he wants us to bring 2.0 down to Cleetus and cars. So is the Blazer back from the frame shop?
Not yet.
Okay, because I feel like we got to bring the Blazer to do the burnouts with, and then 2.0. Did Peterson say when that pump will be back?
You talked to him.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to him. You
All right.
talked
I'm
to
gonna have to call them and see if they can get that back to us. I mean, we literally just shipped it to them yesterday, so. All right, but now, Aiden, Bob, you keep working on the Durango.
Okay. I gotta put this together.
Aiden, we got to get the Blazer ready and 2.0. Where's EJ?
He's
All right.
sleeping out in an abandoned car,
All right,
I think.
change of plans. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay.
All right, folks, we thought we had plenty of time with this. Plenty of time means like 3 weeks to get the thing ready because we got the NHRA event in Chicago coming up the weekend of like May 17th. So the Peak sponsored shootout there, we got an 8-car shootout going on. So that's where we thought we had to get this ready for. Then Cleetus called saying, hey, can you bring 2.0 to Cleetus and Cars Indy? So of course we said, sure. But then we had to call Peterson. So Peterson rushed to get our pump rebuilt. So they overnighted it back to us. So we just got it and we're working on getting it into the car so that we can get this thing running to then get it to Cleetus and Cars. Now the problem is we still haven't figured out our fuel issue. We still haven't figured out the leftover bugs from, because literally we made one partial pass after we got the trans back into the car, which we got the trans back into the car because we broke the car because the fuel system, well, the car broke. Different reason than the reason we were chasing. We were chasing the fuel system. So we still don't know if that's correct. We know the trans is all good now, so but we haven't tested. So I guess we're going to test it in Indy, possibly racing Cleetus down there, Cleetus and Cars. So then the other is that the Blazer. The Blazer, we finally just took it to the frame shop like a week ago or 2 weeks ago to get the frame straightened to work on getting that back together. It just sat, whatever, just sat collecting cobwebs all winter. We're going to work on getting the, and when I say we, I mean Aiden is going to work on getting that back together so that we can get that to Cleetus and Cars to do the burnout competition. So everything's in the flurry to get all this shit ready because then we got to leave on Friday to get down there to get all that stuff done. So how many times do I say so in a video? See, I ask the same question. I try and not say that word so much.
When you say Cleetus called last week and we said sure, you gotta say we said hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
So we said, hell yeah, brother. So,
As you can remember from what the video B is showing you right now. The boss man crashed this Blazer at 6 skids last year into a wall sideways, and so instead of fixing it, we shoved it out back for half a year and said, nah, we'll worry about it later. So this was the week later, and banged out the metal part of the bumper, so I guess the actual bumper, got the fit back on, threw the fascia back on there, the grill, the fender, and now it looks like junk and it's back together.
And what's it back together for?
For Cleetus and Cars this coming weekend at Indy. Be there and buy our merch.
we also have the magazine coming out. So the next issue of the magazine is coming out. It is the issue with Sick Week in it. So all the Sick Week coverage is in there, as well as Texas 2K, Australian race. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. So there's a stuff. But Luke says that it is the biggest, bulkiest, most coverage of events of any magazine we put out. So get over there, subscribe, so that there's a so. Subscribe so that you get that issue when it hits the floor. This isn't that issue, this is a back issue, but so you want to get on that. And obviously remember, all the event merchandise for Sick Summer coming up is all on the website. Go grab that stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.
I don't know what's going on here. Oh! so fucking sore. Tried going the top first, and it wouldn't fit through the fender hole.
The same size tire as before.
Yeah.
And it just goes on.
There's no trick to it.
No. I heard all of you back there. I don't know how many it takes to figure it out.
There's no trick, nothing. It should
No,
just
you
go
just
right
lift
on.
it up and you put it in.
Right, that's what I was doing. But it would hit the fender. It did.
Just goes right on.
It just goes right on. Damn. See, I told you, it just goes right on. Because I was not given a specific measurement or a torque measurement, they just said hammer them down basically. So I'm gonna let somebody else do that. So if they fall off, it's not my fault, and I'm in the clear.
Am I supposed to say something?
Sure. What the hell are you doing?
I'm putting the oil pump back in 2.0. We sent it to Peterson. They rebuilt it, overnighted it back to us. Now I'm putting it in so we can hopefully go to Cleetus and Cars this coming weekend.
Alright, so we got a situation that we got the pump back from Peterson, they overnight back to us. And Aiden got the pump and everything seems like it is plumbed right. However, literally, I mean, that pump, I mean, it's spinning and it should immediately suck that oil down there, and it doesn't care where it goes, but it's going to send it somewhere. Like, ideally, through the lines and all that. Like I said, all seems plumbed correctly, but look at that, oil is not going down. So now I wonder if there was something, if part of the cause of what happened, no, but it came out of the, sorry, thinking through on camera, but like where the pump was damaged was on the scabbage side. Like, or no, something that went through the pressure side. But it wasn't there. So the question is there something clogging that oil is not getting there? Because if I pump it for a little while, it is actually starting to pull the oil, the scavenged oil out of the engine. Now we had the oil pan off, so there isn't much down in the engine. But don't know. I mean, one of those things that you never know. I mean, I've never had that to where that part is there, but we just got to figure out if it's blocked. So Aiden's going to pull that hose off. Possibly we're going to have to pull this tank out and pull the bottom off the tank and then see what's going on there, because if the hose seems clear, if the pump seems clear, like the only other spot is the pickup in the bottom of this tank. So one of those things, when we had this for a couple days, when the pump was at Peterson, maybe we should have pulled that apart and then checked that as well. Like, but we pulled the filters, we checked the filters, we checked everything else. So I don't know.
I guess try turning it over and see if I can see the gear moving.
Yeah, this blows like there's absolutely nothing in it. So
Bump it. Yeah, it turns. Yeah, I can see it turn. Yeah, so I don't know.
I guess to me, the only thing I can think of is like, there might be something there, because like, I feel like even that oil being cold, it should be like pouring out of that tank, not dribbling out. Hey, Bobby. Yeah. But see, down below there's that hole, and it almost looks like, is that what feeds into that other one there?
The hole over in here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a piece in this, there's a, I don't know what you want to call it, baffle.
Gotcha. So that's just a hole in the baffle?
It's just a hole in the baffle that allows the oil to drain back to the bottom. Because there's another one hiding right there. So there's multiple holes in that baffle to let that, because it's like a flat ring.
Just
So it has holes to
just
like
keep it from
slow
bouncing
everything
around.
down.
Gotcha. All right.
But this goes to here,
Yep. Yeah, no, I knew that.
and then this is return,
Yep.
and then you should just have the feed at the bottom. But I know that one, oh, here's one that is plugged right here,
Yep.
and then someone welded one over here probably because it crashed into the chassis. So this is the one we do use.
Yep. No, and that's the thing. It's like trying to. I mean, the oil did come out there, but it came out pretty slow, and I don't know if literally the oil is that cold that it wasn't letting it pressurize. But normally that pump, if that system's sealed, it doesn't give a shit how cold that oil is. It's gonna suck it and
Right,
throw it
it's
through.
been in here long enough to not be
Well,
frozen
no,
out
he
in
went
the
and got it
trailer.
from the trailer. But,
I know, but that was how many hours ago?
That was this
So-
morning.
Right.
but
What's this?
I don't know. But
There's some kind
That's
of
because it's sat outside.
flu- What? Oh,
It's
in
not
the.
a lean-to.
But how the hell would that fill up with water?
it was raining.
The lean-to
It
leaks
just-
everywhere. That's why I put the basket.
let's
I
throw
put the
some water down
I
in
put
here,
the basket
too.
balls in the turbos to
Yeah.
try and keep starting it up and a rat shooting out the
So,
exhaust or something.
You can't build oil pressure now?
No, it's not even sucking it down. Like when you crank it, I mean, I cranked it long enough that it should have sucked all that down. I wasn't even concerned about building oil pressure. It was sucking it into the system. And it cranked long enough that the scavenge was pulling some oil and filling it up further.
So
but
filters
nothing
are
was
put
going
back
down.
on the right way because they have a flow. Just to make sure they're going the right direction would be one quick.
I mean, that's where that was.
Well, but you put the filter
But if
also back
you-
inside the cartridge.
Yeah, but
went
it
back
only
in the
goes
right way.
one way.
Some do, some don't. But okay, so just to
Cartridge
say,
only
just
went
to,
in one way. But
to say, but did you took this one apart too,
yeah,
right here?
that
So
cartridge
it's
only went in one way.
all right. That one has flow going this way. It says. So that would be the only other one that is here. So, and then you have the feed out of this going directly to what suction on the top right here, right? Which one take the bottom?
Yeah, because the bottom says in.
So second, there was a spring in a
Yeah,
bag.
he just gave us an extra spring.
That's probably a stiffer one to raise or lower the. Okay.
Right.
So we don't have to change this, right, to get it to start working.
That was my question too. But
No, I wouldn't think so. I mean, that would, because he set that to a set point or whatever on it.
Pressure or
So,
something like.
Yeah, he raised it up a little bit or whatever. Like, and literally, like that shouldn't affect pumping some oil through the system.
You have a return filter and a feed filter, so you'd think those would get plugged
yeah.
first, and you took them both apart, so we
Yeah.
know that those are not got anything in them.
There's no bath like flipper like in the oil pan,
No,
is there?
no trapdoors. Piece of tubing with some flat shelves on it to slow it down and keep it probably from foaming up, but
So I'm inside that tube that goes down there into the middle. I wonder if there was something in there. I mean, it hasn't drained all the way, but need a longer screwdriver.
you could push up through the drain and know if there's going to be something, because that goes directly to that tube.
Yeah, I'm hitting something.
Yeah, the tube, it should be.
Alright.
So there's nothing.
Take
But
the
the-
pump back out, and I just put that in there, and it took me a whole day to do it.
It's a good thing we still have, how many days? 2.
Yeah, what? It's Tuesday, so starting tomorrow.
It's
so
got to be
Wednesday and
loaded
Thursday.
on Thursday, because Friday morning we're peeling out of
Yeah,
here.
Thursday night sometime. And it could, like worst case scenario.
You'll be here till the next morning. Oh my God!
I'll do it. I don't care.
I'll do it.
Whatever's going on here.
Take them 2 fittings off, and if it spills oil out of both, you know it's got oil at least.
So
Is
You
it
saw
clogged?
the little
Yeah, I could look through
Blade
the AN
turning?
fitting and you could see the blade turn.
Because that would suck if it got put together and the keyway wasn't in it, or the keyway, something happened to it, would suck.
All right, so we let it drain out overnight. We went through everything and everything is clear. Aiden put the hose back on there. So he put some more of the oil back in. Literally same thing. So don't know. We're gonna have to do more research. So this may be one of those little things that I don't know. This may hold us up. So we may not be at Cleetus Cars with 2.0. We'll be down there. We just might have to go with some backup plan that doesn't include 2.0. So let us know. Do you think we're going to make it with this? So still full, still not going down when we pump it. So thanks for watching.